What is going on, guys? It is your boy Hollywood Steve. We are back with another episode of the Hollywood Steve Wrestling Podcast right here on YouTube, guys. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Crown Jewel. And we're going to dive into SmackDown actually prior to Crown Jewel that emanated from Perth, Australia as well. So we're going to dive right into things. So SmackDown opened with Cody Rhodes talking about his match at Crown Jewel, which happened yesterday against Seth Rollins for Cody's Crown Jewel Championship. After the promo, he was backstage when Jacob Fatu walked up and said after Crown Jewel, he had next. So could we potentially be getting Cody's next challenger for his title? I would not, I would not, I would not I would not say no to that, guys. Honestly, I would not say no to that. Um and Cody just looked at him and said, "Good." Then we had Nick Aldis uh walked up and said he needed to actually talk to Fatu in his office. Then Jacob was jumped by Drew McIntyre, and just before Drew was about to slam a metal cart into Fatu, Nick Aldis and the WWE officials walked up and stopped McIntyre. Drew told Nick he needed to talk to him. Then we had the opening match, Sami Zayn's United States Championship Challenge. Who answered the call? Who answered? None other than the returning Shinsuke Nakamura. And Shinsuke, let me I'll say that I will say that Shinsuke is looking like the old Shinsuke here. He is back to his old self, his old entrance, which I personally thoroughly enjoy. So glad to see that. Shinsuke really controlled a lot of this match. Nakamura hit a second rope Kinshasa, and both rolled. And both competitors rolled through with small packages for a 2 count each. Sammy hit an exploder into the barricade, followed by a haluva kick. After both got back in the ring, Shinsuke hit a flash Kinshasa, and as he was going for the Kinshasa to finish off Sami Zayn, a returning Tama Tonga donned in God face paint, as was JC Mateo, Tongaloa, and Talatonga. And they absolutely just beat down Sammy and Shinsuke. Just absolutely, it honestly, it looked like guerrilla warfare, guys. Reminded me of the New Japan days of Tamatonga and Tongaloa when they were Gorillas of Destiny. So could we be getting that in the WWE? In the WWE, I would absolutely love this. I would absolutely love this. I was talking to my son about it, and I said, if this is what we're going to get in the WWE, if we're going to get Gorillas of Destiny, then what we need to do, they need to go back to their Gorillas of Destiny music. I don't know if they own the copyrights to it or not. If they do, then let's get that music because that is iconic God music. Then we had Nick Aldis backstage talking to Drew, and he told him that before he jumped Fatu, it will be Drew and Fatu next week in San Jose. Then we got a tag match between Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton teaming up against Julia and Kiana James. Julia and James controlled the match after the ad break. Vaquer and Stratton taking on taking on each other at Crown Jewel for the Women's Crown Jewel Championship that Liv Morgan won last year, but had to give up because of her shoulder injury. Stephanie picked up the win here, and the women's world champion, um, and the women's world champion, or Tiffany, yeah, Stephanie picked up the win. Then we had, Sol Ruka and Zarya backstage talking with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, the women's tag team champions. And Flair and Bliss gave Zarya and Ruka an opportunity at the tag team titles. Then we got the entrance of the Street Profits, who were back to their old entrance music and accompanied by B-Fab, taking on the WWE Tag Team Champions Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis of the Wyatt Six, who were accompanied by Eric Rowan and Nikki Cross. After a quick start, Lumis and Gacy, by Lumis and Gacy. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry. By Lumis and Gacy, the Street Profits gained control during the picture-in-picture ad break. The Wyatts were in control for a little while. After the picture-in-picture ad break, Montez Ford went for the frog splash, but Dexter Lumis pulled Joe Gacy out of the way of that. Was followed by Lumis and Gacy hitting the plague for the win and the retention of their titles. And as the Wyatt Six were posing as they do post-match, the MFTs popped up on the ring apron, Shield style, got into the ring and stared down the Wyatt Six, the Wyatt Six's tag team titles, and then walked away. Next, we had a clip from last week with the Miz and Carmelo Hayes, and Hayes saying that a tag team is supposed to have each other's backs. Then after that, Hayes came out as Sami Zayn's challenger for the United States Championship last week, as Carmelo was telling Sami, um, why they call Mello him. He was hit from behind with a skull crushing finale by the Miz, and that is the end of the tag team, just like that. The Miz was interviewed by Kathy Kelly, and he said that he is a two-time Grand Slam champion, a WrestleMania main eventer, and future Hall of Famer, The Miz. And he wanted to mentor Carmelo Hayes because he never got that in the WWE. He said he saw potential in Hayes. Miz closed the interview by saying Mello missed. Then we got a video package for the last man standing match between Aleister Black and Damian Priest, who got a then we got a rundown of the Crown Jewel card. Then we got Damian Priest versus Aleister Black in their last man standing match. The match was your typical last man standing with Black and Priest brawling into the crowd and outside the ring as both fought through the crowd. Um, they got up onto the sound area, and Priest slammed Black onto the table. And as Priest was going for the South of Heaven choke slam, Zelina Vega returned and asked Priest to stop. But as she did that, Aleister Black hit Priest with a fireball and followed by Black Mass, sending him through the table below them, and Black picked up the win with Priest not being able to answer the 10 count. And that was SmackDown, guys. That was pretty much the go home episode of SmackDown. It was really, honestly, it was really good. Um, SmackDown was really good. I have been I've been preferring SmackDown over Raw lately. Raw has just been kind of average. It's just been your average, you know, It's been your average Monday Night Raw. Nothing has been really, nothing's really been jumping off the page. Nothing's really been like, you know, um, blow you out, blow you out of the water. Surprised. I mean, SmackDown's been doing that honestly. So I mean, I personally, I personally think that SmackDown has been killing it right now. Um, I don't know what has been going on with I don't know what's been going on with Monday Night Raw. Why Monday Night Raw has been so lackluster. Why Monday Night Raw has just been kind of so average. Um, I really don't. I don't have an answer. If somebody does, let me know in the comments, guys. Please let me know in the comments. Why you guys think Monday Night Raw over SmackDown has why SmackDown has been so much better over Monday Night Raw lately. I definitely think I myself think it has to do with the talent, um, and the storytelling, and but then again, I could be, that could just be that's probably just my opinion. Um, but yeah, and then on top of that, at the Crown Jewel kickoff, AJ Styles announced that in 2026 he is going to be retiring. So is this is not only I don't think this probably is not only John Cena's farewell tour. This is probably AJ Styles' farewell tour. I don't know when AJ is going to retire in 2026, but he has said that he will be hanging up the boots in 2026. And if you go back and watch Crown Jewel, AJ did something so awesome. He came out in his TNA gear, which I thought was an awesome, awesome throwback to his early days. I thought it was a I thought it was an awesome. I thought it was I thought it was awesome. John Cena hitting Sister Abigail. Um, the Fireflies coming out. I thought that was so great. Thought it was so great, guys. So awesome. But yeah, I mean, so looks like we're gonna get a lot of these a lot of these veterans, wrestling veterans. Sorry, guys. Goodness. Looks like we're gonna get a lot of these WWE veterans, wrestling veterans, hanging up the boots here in the next year or two. Um, and I mean, I'm like I said, I'm not, you know, I'm not opposed. I mean, I could see that coming. AJ's been doing it for almost as long as John Cena, if not longer. Um, so I could totally I could to- I totally 100% get it. AJ wants to be around for his kids, and AJ wants to be around for his kids, and you know and I think that's so awesome that he's deciding to retire when he's retiring. Um, I mean, but yeah, that was SmackDown, guys. I mean, I know it was kind of short, kind of kind of a short little review, but that was Smackdown from Friday. Um, Stephanie Vaquer is the new at Crown Jewel. Stephanie Vaquer won the Crown Jewel Championship, so she is now the women's Crown Jewel champion. Seth Rollins beat Cody Rhodes. Seth Rollins is now the new uh, Crown Jewel champion. Okay, cool, whatever. I mean, this title, this Crown Jewel title, is a complete joke to me. It's a complete joke to me. I don't get. I mean, the title is only defended in Saudi Arabia, and they don't even ever make mention of it on weekly TV. They just don't. They don't ever mention it on. They don't ever mention it on TV, on Smackdown, on Raw. They don't ever mention it, except for when it comes comes close to Crown Jewel time. Then that's when they'll bring it up. But it even that's rare. So it's like they don't even reference the title, which I okay. Then why even do it? Why even have the title if you're not gonna the wrestlers aren't gonna wear the rings, if they're not gonna, I don't know. I mean, this could be a whole thing, you know. This is a whole thing for me. Um, but all around seemed like Crown Jewel was a Crown Jewel was all around a good pay-per-view. The results were probably as what you'd expect um in a B-level pay-per-view. Um so yeah, guys, I mean that is going to do it for this video, guys. Like I said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment, guys. Help me get to 500 subscribers, guys. Let's do this. Let's get to 500, and then let's go beyond that to 1,000 plus, and even beyond that, guys. Really, really make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, guys. Really helps out the YouTube algorithm. Really helps YouTube out. Really lets you guys lets YouTube know who's watching these channels, who's engaging, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys are doing that. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, comment. I will catch you guys in the next one. Remember, when you're Hollywood Steve, you're just too sweet.